All right. So I welcome you all to today's training. Uh, we are still here. Thank God, so far so good. We've achieved. We have gone 50%. So we are starting with the other 50% aspect of our training. The 50% means that we have covered 3 weeks already, remaining another 3 weeks, and today another 3 weeks starts. And I'm very happy that we are starting another 3 weeks with a very wonderful aspect of what labor market of today requires. So, and as a matter of fact, data analysis is one particular area that is very important now. And you as an applicant, whether you are an applicant for a job or you are an applicant for admission, whether graduate program or even undergraduate, you need to know some basics of data because there is nothing you can do without data. Even if you're going to study management sciences, you can't do without data. I am doing management, but I didn't. Last semester, I was faced with a lot of data analysis courses. So that's why we added this. Is also part of what you will need. And today's training is not just for applicants for graduate admissions, but also applicants for jobs. And also, even those who are already in labor market, or even those who have graduated and you are looking for a job, you need, and even those of us who are already in our graduate programs, we need this particular aspect of data, aspect of training. So I thank God, and then we are here today for this program. And, we were able to get a very talented young man. I have had a personal contact with him, and I have seen the stuff he's made of. And like I always told you guys, is I can't possibly bring someone who I am not so sure of. So I am sure of this young man. He's very uh, proficient in data analytics. So he's not that person than Eric. He's a young Togolese and he's an experienced professional with an SQL certification and a strong background in data analytics, problem solving, data management, and data modeling. He possesses a solid foundation in operations management and information technology, and a minor in business and data analytics from our indefatigable university, Northern Illinois University, United States, one of the best universities in the United States of America. So he specializes in translating complex data and sets into actionable insights for informed business decision. This young man is also a musician and he sings Afrobeat songs. For those of you who love Afrobeat, you can always link up with him. I have put up his social media platforms there. So, and then he's a lover of football, and then he also likes playing music, and then also attending parties. So it's not just about data. He's also a lively person. So you can link up with him. You can go to any of his social media platform. His Facebook is Ericos, and then we know him as Ericos. So just search Ericos and then connect with him from there. Connect with him on his social media platforms. So without wasting of any time, I want to welcome Eric into this program today. Eric, you have the floor.
Thank you. Thank you, Sally. Can everybody hear me?
Yeah, I think I can hear you from here. But if you can make it a little bit louder.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can hear you too. Just that someone is disturbing
Yeah,
us.
let me mute the person. Let me mute the person.
Yeah, look at this guy. Look at the man.
All
Can
right.
everybody?
Guys, it's better now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. First, I want to say good morning, everybody. Like Stanley mentioned earlier, my name is Eric Adeje. I am also a student at NIU studying operations, management, information technology. And my area of focus is data analysis. Um, if if people that are not in a noisy place, I want everybody to just say their first name and just say your background, what your area of study is, which will make it a little bit easier. We all get to know each other a little bit before we dive into what we have prepared for the day. Stanley, I don't know if you have like the names in order. You can just mention the names and
Okay.
everybody.
Okay, in that case, let me mention them according to. All right. Evutek. Evutek, unmute yourself.
Yeah,
Yeah. Just your name and your background.
I'm live.
Yes, your name and your background. Are you there? Okay. Next person. Ikenna Henry. Ikenna Henry. Can you just say your name and your background? We want to know the background of our audience. I told you guys that today's program will be more of a practical, and it's not like the other ones we've been having. The person will be doing a PowerPoint presentation, so it's more of a practical training that we can even allow you if you want to share your screen. If there is any issue you have, you can possibly share your screen, and then the instructor will be able to tell you what to do. So that's why we are having this session like this. So it's gonna be a kind of a session. It's not gonna be a instructor participant thing, but participants in an instructor having a kind of communication. So just unmute yourself, say your background. The next person.
Can you call the next person so I will follow it serious, sir?
Okay, just you say. Anybody can do that. Anybody can do that. If you're not in a noisy background.
Okay, my name is Marcel. I hold a bachelor degrees in electrical electronics engineering and a master's degree in telecommunication engineering. I don't know.
Okay. All right. Next,
Welcome.
if you're not in a noisy background.
Hello.
Yeah.
Hello.
Yes. My name is Paul Jugwima. I have a BBA degree in public administration, and I'm a master currently reading governance and regional integration at Pan African University. Thank you.
Welcome, Paul.
Yeah. Next.
Okay. My name is Onyekure. Okay.
Okay, say you are continuing able text or whatever. I can see you
Okay.
talking.
My name is Onyekure. Actually, I'm an incoming MSc student, US. Back in our finance precise. I'm focused in finance. Thank you.
Welcome.
Next.
All right.
Yeah.
My name
is
my
Emeka
name
Omegba.
Emeka
Yeah, my name is,
Umebaka.
my name is Emeka Omebaka. I have a first degree in education accounting, but I pivoted into tech as a career after school, and then I'm trying to also pursue that career path. So I think that's my background.
Okay.
Welcome.
Oh, yeah, iPhone, you're saying something. iPhone.
Yes, my name is Obed Roxon, and I'm joining from Ghana. Yes, and a potential applicant too.
Okay.
Welcome.
You're welcome. Beatrice.
Thank you, Stanley.
Yeah,
Hi,
okay.
everyone.
Yeah.
My name is Bichislaye, and I'm currently in the banking and finance industry. I'm looking forward to a master's degree in business analytics.
Wonderful. Yeah. Daniel, those.
Hi, everyone.
All right. My name is Daniel, and thanks for this opportunity. My background is in educational psychology and currently pursuing a master's in counseling psychology. Thank you.
Welcome.
All right. Adora Nzewibo. Nzewibo.
Hi, everyone. I'm Adora from Nigeria. My background is police. I hold a master's degree in political science, specializing in political economy. I look forward to studying in Canada or US in political economy too. Thank you.
Welcome.
Welcome.
Good evening, everyone.
Okay. Yeah, go ahead.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Gosbulimo Asuko from Nigeria. I hold a bachelor's degree in biochemistry, and I'm looking forward to pursuing a postgraduate degree, master's in environmental toxicology.
Welcome.
Yeah. Next.
Hello. Good evening, everybody.
Yeah.
Ume Michael from Nigeria, BSc holder microbiology, currently pursuing food microbiology.
You're welcome.
Thank
you.
Hello, everyone.
Yeah.
Yeah, my name is Idu Henry Kenna from Nigeria. Hello?
Yeah, wait, let me read this person. Just continue.
Okay. BSc Electrical Electronics Engineering and Michael Abba University of Agriculture. Currently running my master's degree also in Electrical Electronics Engineering.
You're
Thank you.
welcome.
Yeah.
Hi,
Next.
everyone.
Yeah.
My name is Lydia Muridi. I'm from Kenya. I've already done my master's and I'm looking for a PhD in agricultural economics, maybe in Canada, USA, or Netherlands. Thank you for this opportunity. I learned few people from LinkedIn and I've really learned a lot.
Okay. You're welcome. So I think, okay, is there another person remaining?
Hello. My name is Hello.
Okay.
Hello.
Yeah.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
My name is Abome Agadero. I'm a Nigerian BSc Biochemistry. USA.
You're welcome.
Okay, Pascal.
Hello.
Pascal. Pascal,
Hello.
unmute yourself and speak. Okay. If you can't unmute yourself, okay, Samuel Isaiah.
Yeah. Good day, everyone. My name is Samuel Isaiah Chukudi. Can call me Chooks for short. I'm a political scientist. I'll be coming over to NIU by August to pursue my master's in political science with specialization in comparative politics.
You're welcome.
Good. Yeah, one of my NIU people coming soon. Oh, okay. Next person.
Hi, everyone.
Okay,
Hi,
Pascal.
everyone.
Yeah.
Okay, good evening from Nigeria. I'm Pascal. My background is in public administration and also a prospective graduate student. I'm looking forward to pursuing a master's degree in possibly social work, non-profit, or public administration too. Glad to be here. Thank you all.
You're welcome, Pascal.
All right. Amaka Onoaka.
Yeah, good evening, everyone from Nigeria. My name is Maka Omonaka. I have a background
Yeah, I know Amaka very well. She's my colleague at Michael Abara University. I think our network was disturbing. So yeah, she's my colleague there. Yeah, you're welcome. You're welcome. Yeah.
Okay.
Gentle. Cassie.
Hi everyone.
Yeah.
Cassie, a food scientist. I'm rounding off in my MSc program here in Nigeria, Michael University of Agriculture. I'm looking forward to pursuing a PhD program abroad. Thank you.
Hello. Hello.
Yeah,
Hello.
yeah. Go ahead, Gentle Vic.
Okay, my name is Victor from Nigeria. I have a BSc and MSc in finance. Thank you very much.
Welcome.
Yeah, you're welcome. Okay, so I think we've gone around. Is Olabisi said something? Okay, so I think we've gone around. So yeah, the introduction. I think everybody has been able to. Everybody have been able to introduce themselves.
Yeah.
Except me.
Oh,
big man.
Yeah.
Dr.
So
Johnson.
yeah,
Wow.
so my name is Johnson, and I'm a PhD student at large. And
Yeah.
I'm glad to be part of this session. Knowledge, and they say too much of fish can but only enrich a soup. So I'm here to tap into the knowledge of the resource person, and I'm glad to be part of this session. Sorry, I'm driving now, but I'm with you guys.
Yeah.
Thank you.
All right. So, Erico's dollar, you have the floor.
All right. I'll share my screen here and we'll start.
Yeah.
Let me know if you guys can see this.
We can't see it yet.
All right. Can you see it now?
Yeah.
Can you see my homepage?
Yeah.
Sounds good. Let me open up PowerPoint here.
Yeah, we can see your PowerPoint.
All right. Here's what we're gonna go through. Let me just walk everybody through the agenda real quick and then we'll just dive in. So this is basics of data analysis. We all have various background. Everybody can hear me clearly, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, we can hear you.
Great. So first, we will talk about me a little bit. Stanley did, but I'll just do a little brief overview, my background, what I'm going for, and then we'll move on to quick data cleaning in Excel. After that, we'll go to the coding language that we use as data managers, which is called SQL, Structured Query Language. We're gonna do some data pulling and go over some basics in SQL. And after that, I will show you guys a little visualizations on Click. So when it comes to visualization, we use various platforms. We use Click, we use Tableau, we use Power BI. We even use Excel, which I will show you guys, in a second. Excel is a very great tool for visualization. So without wasting time, we'll go right onto the link in here and see. All right. Some people already sent me a request since yesterday. My background is in management, information system. So as far as experience go, I've had an opportunity to work with various businesses through the school. Some of them are internship. The first one I want to cover is this one right here. I was a consultant as a business analyst for a nonprofit. What they do is they grow food in Chicago area and they help the poor or the less fortunate. So what we did for them is build a new business plan by using their past data. We also did a lot of public speaking because the CEO of this business here called We Sow We Grow came to my school, and then a group of 3, we presented to the CEO and our teachers and some people that were guests, a lot of people. And this one I was excited about. Stanley know all about this.
Yeah.
This one was a consulting firm. No, we went there as a consultant. It was a group of 6. 2 of them are computer science degree holders. We have 2 other accountants and 1 finance. So what we did here is we went there and they wanted to know us as new graduates, what websites and where do we go to find jobs. So we were kind of data analysts in a marketing department. So they want to know where they can go to get fresh heads, fresh graduates that are competent. So what we did some TLs, we use Power BI, critical thinking, of course, problem solving. So they wanted to know out of the US, the central US, where are the best school for the degree they're looking for. They're actually, this company here, they're actually the #1 company globally when it comes to supply chain. They deliver goods. They deliver goods from anywhere, from Lamborghinis, Mercedes. They deliver to Walmart, any company you can think of. If you order something on Amazon and Amazon doesn't have a plane going to where you live, they will go through them. They're like a third party. They will go through them to deliver the item efficiently. So we went on their site, we visited, and they show us all they do day to day. They have very high security, just like airports, because people can do drugs and a bunch of things trafficking through them. So they're also certified by the government. And this next one is my part-time job that I do while I go to school to keep my day-to-day needs met. So as of now, what I'm doing now this summer is this internship. I've joined this company as a business intelligence intern. There's a lot going on. I've not done yet. I will be done in August. So I'm working as a full-time, 40 hours a week, and then we're doing, okay. For people that may not know what business intelligence does, let me just do a brief overview. What we do is, if any department in the business have a question that's data related, anything data, that's us. So we have customer relationship management databases that we collect data in, but the CEO might have a question. Okay, we're selling various of products. Which products it's the best selling in which season? That may be a big question, but that question can be answered using data. So now what we may do as business intelligence now is we need to know what the deadline is when we need to deliver the final report, then share the work among ourselves. Well, for this team here, a captive resource, they have about 10 people, and they don't treat us as interns. You go there, you join the team, they give you your task, you get it done. We're in office 3 days a week and 2 days remote. You can work from home. They have a great security system. What is very interesting about them is you have your own pace, but unless the customer or whoever is asking the question have a deadline, then they'll pull a lot of us on one task and knock it down. So that's a brief overview about business intelligence. Any question in the business that can be answered using data, that's what we deal with. So we will clean the data. Most data are not clean. We will clean it up, build dashboard, build reports that everybody that's not tech background will understand. So that is what we get paid for as business intelligence position holders, captive resource. There's more information about that. We may go in later. Now, after the LinkedIn, let's go right in Excel. We don't need to come back here every time, but after the LinkedIn, we're going to clean some data here in Excel. All right, without wasting time, let's open up our file here. One thing I want to say is, if you guys want to practice with data or anything we're doing today, I can send you guys these files. The video will be recorded. I know Stanley will post this video later. Is that correct?
Yeah,
Yes.
definitely.
Yes, this video will be posted. Even if you can't follow along as of now, you can always go on Stanley's YouTube page. You can see everything today. And if you guys want these files, I will leave it by Stanley, and he will share it with everybody. This data actually created, was created by Kenji here. You can go online and just pull free data sample to practice with, and that's all we do. Even at school and at work, since our work, we use very sensitive data. We can't share it. I can't share it because I'm actually building some really cool things at work now, but it's with real clients, real people's information, their addresses, their phone number, and we can't share those. We sign NDA for that. That is why I can't really show that. So we have a free sample data here. So what we're gonna do in Excel here is just think like analysts, data analysts, or business analysts. Those titles are the same thing in a way. Business intelligence, data analyst, business analyst. All those can vary. So no wasting time. We're gonna go right in here. Everybody can see the Excel file here.
Yeah.
All right. So what we're gonna do first is clean up this data. What do I mean by clean up this data? If you guys pay attention here, you'll see that there's no clear definition between the headline, the items here, and we have some empty space. Even if you pay attention here, you will see that these formats are not right. Who writes air mass like this? It's not good. And also all these spaces are all over the place. What this does is, if you go in our softwares that we use to visualize or to work with this data, it will give you hard time and it will just waste a lot of time. So what we do first is spend time with data, understand what the data is before we start doing anything. So after you have a good understanding of the data, what you're working with, then you clean it up to look neat. Now, if you want to pull insights out of it, it's really great. It's really simple. All right. So first thing I want to do is we can highlight all this, or we have a shortcut. You click this, you could Control Shift down. It highlights everything. Control Shift right, it highlights everything. Because the reason why we have those shortcuts and we don't highlight manually is
You
because
didn't get what you just did, though. Control Shift what?
Excuse me? You say what I just did?
Just
What did
continue. Just continue.
Control
Let me
Shift.
read it.
Control Shift and the down arrow. Control Shift down. That's what I just did.
Eric, you know what? Just be taking it small because most of them will be having their laptops there. So,
Okay.
you know, yeah. So if you just let them be following what you're doing.
Okay. So
okay, thank you.
Yeah, that's fine. So what I did was instead of highlighting this whole table manually, I clicked in this cell and I clicked Control Shift down. And while holding Control Shift down, I just clicked right. And then it just highlights everything else. Control Shift down and right. It just highlight the whole thing. So if you click Control T, it will ask you, is this including a header? If I say yes, my table has a header, and I click OK, all I did was I just turned the data into a table by clicking Control T. But I can click Control Z and go back. I just cancel what I did. But those shortcuts, there's a lot of them. I'm talking 500, but we focus more on the ones that we use day to day to make our life easy. Well, okay, even before we turn this into a table, okay, this column here, column H, say price. And why is price not in dollars? Price has to be some type of currency. We can use dollar or whatever currency we're using. Since, well, we're in the US here, we're gonna use dollar. If you highlight the whole column, you just click H and you go to the home tab here. I'm on the home tab. You go to general. It will ask you, what do you want to transform the whole column into? If I say currency, it should change it to dollars. Actually, that's money, but I don't know why it's not showing money. Let me click. Yeah, I think it's showing, but maybe it's showing. So here you can change it to the money sign that you want. Okay, if we put English, I believe it's because the column is not big enough.
Oh, maybe all those, you want to start typing all those things. Oh, where did he copy all these things from? Or was he even started?
My
It's
dollar
not
don't.
just typing. It's not just.
Yeah, you guys see that this column just did it, but I don't know why my dollar column don't want to do it. Let me do controls.
I think on that price that they want to show, you have to make that price to be at the center so that it will not contain. No,
Yeah.
just go to yes, no, the down one.
Like that?
Yes, now
Yeah.
insert dollar. Listen.
Okay, or maybe let me just move it to this side and see.
Okay.
Yeah, okay. Let me try something real quick. We're gonna copy this. Just paste it here. It is changing to, okay, why is this column changing into dollars and that one is not? But it's fine. It's fine. That's fine. It's supposed to change to dollar just like this if you click the dollar sign, or you can change it to euros, whatever you like. So that's one thing.
I think that G column you put fulfillment bracket. What is that?
Percent.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, it's percentage.
Okay, it's percentage.
Yeah.
So supposed
Yeah,
to
open,
change.
open.
Somebody's talking.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, hello.
Hello.
Yes, boss. I was saying that since you are logging in for the first time,
Yes.
choose setup.
Choose setup. All right. Okay. This is fine. This is fine. Let me drop this one real quick. All right. This can be in dollar. It doesn't matter. Next thing we're gonna do here is we have contacts. We will see here, if you pay attention, we have first name and last name. Okay. What we can do is, let's say we want to have them separate, have them first name on a different column and last name on a different column. Okay. We can put first and last. We can separate this by using some really great function in Excel. Okay. One thing we can do is do we want to separate these first name and last. Highlight this.
Sorry, please. So I think it would be nice if we can have this data so that we can be following what you are doing and get the same result at the same time, please.
You say you
Yeah.
want to be.
I'm thinking that, yes, I'm thinking that because that's a very nice observation. If they have this data as you are doing, they are doing. But I don't know, is it possible for me to send, is it possible for you to email this to me and then I'll forward it to them immediately so that they
Yeah, to
can
WhatsApp.
have it in their, if I can forward it probably through WhatsApp or whatever, or through the chat box. But if it is not possible for them to have the data now, since this thing is on record, they can have the data later. And while they watch the video, they do it on their own, in their own convenience time. So we have two options here.
What are options?
The first option is if they can have this data on your laptop now. I mean, this data, if they can have it, if you can share it probably with me, I will share it with them currently because we have a WhatsApp group chat. So I can share it on the WhatsApp group chat. When I share it there, they will all have it in their laptops. And then while you are doing, they are following you. Because this program today is for it's more of a practical thing. While you are doing, they are following. So that at the end of the day, they will get the same result with you. If they have any problem while they are trying to get the same result, you can ask questions. Probably what something they did not click well or something.
Okay.
Because I remember last semester when I did data, something like this, we always have our laptops in the class and we have the same data. We are working on the same data.
Okay. Yeah, that's fine. I think we'll record this and then I'll make sure I say everything I'm doing on the step along the way. And then I will share the data with Stanley and he will share it on the platform later. Because now, even if we share it now, everybody will have to download it and go back and follow. And we have a lot of things to cover. This is literally.
Yeah, I think, yes. So the second option works. So what will happen is just do it as you're doing it. They will be following you. Then later I will share this data with them and they can practice it on their own.
Okay, no problem. All right, we will continue here. So what I'm trying to do here is separate if we pay attention, the first name and last name are separated by the underline, the underline thing. So now we want to separate this into first name and last name. So if we highlight this, instead of on the home tab, we'll go to data tab and we'll click this icon right here, which say, let me cancel it, which say text and columns. If we click next, it will ask us, as if you pay attention here, we have the same data that we have in the table here. It will ask us what we want to separate, what is it separate by? Some of them, some data comes and they're separated by tabs. Some of them are separated by semicolons. Some of them are separated by commas. And all. So now
I've gotten, yes, I've gotten some.
Instead of
okay.
Emmanuel, please mute your mic, eh?
Let me meet him. Let me meet him from here. Continue.
Is it muted? Okay, that's fine.
Yeah.
Okay. Instead of, we don't have our option here. So we will go to others and just pull whatever our data is separate. I don't know if you guys paying attention. You will see down below here, the name just shifted. If I pull what the name, the first name and the last name is separated by, you will see the line comes. So now that's just separated our first name and last name. The reason why this is efficient and we don't want to write it manually is we deal with thousands of data. I am talking 100,000 rows in Excel, and you're not gonna go manually and type first name, repeat it, last name. That will take months. So when you learn the shortcuts, it just makes your life way easier. So now we want to separate this, and we know that the first name and the last name is separated by the underscore. Now we come here, others, and as soon as you put underscore, it separates them here. So, okay, when we click next, it will ask us, where do we want to pull the first column that we separated, which is the first name? So I can click this here and just say, okay, put it here. That's where I have my first. And if I click finish, voila. What just happened? First name, last name got separated from this. Instead of going one by one, typing it, just a quick tab in data here, just separate those two for us. Great. Now, what else is looking?
Alternatively,
yes.
Alternatively, someone can actually look at this screen. It mustn't have exactly the same names and numbers you have. Anybody can just look at the screen. Or if you have your laptops there, you can look at the screen and look at the numbers of how it was written here. Do it on your own screen like that. And then while you are doing your own. So you can possibly get the same result, but probably different different names. So I think the only thing you need to do, just open your Excel, impute all this data, A, B, C, D. You just implement. If you can just make it like four or five columns. Yeah, 4 or 5 columns, maybe from number 1 to 5 or number 1 to 6. Then after then, you can now be following what we are doing.
That is correct. Thank you, Stanley.
Your style, but that's how those work.
Someone said you should repeat this, which you did.
Please, please disturbing us now.
Somebody else who's.
I have muted people before. I don't know why they are still unmuting themselves.
So we ask you to please look through.
Continue.
Okay, you guys want me to show again how I separated this first name with the last name, correct?
Yeah.
All right. I'll do Control Z. Anything you do in Excel and you put Control Z, it goes back. So now, if I put Control Z, my first name and last name disappeared. Boom. Now, we will highlight the column that we want to separate. So our boss gave us this data like this, that this is how they collect it. But we need first name and last name, which I created. I just inserted. If you want to insert a new column, you go here and you right click, and it will ask you insert. You click insert, boom, another column. So if I do Control Z here, it will just go back. I already created my 2 columns, named them first and last name. Now, instead of contact, we want to have first name and last name. Matter of fact, first name and then last name. Good. Instead of contact, because that's too broad. It can be email, it can be phone number. So we need the data clean and fine-tuned. So now, when you highlight this, you go to data. I hope everybody's following now. We go to data. Under the data tab, we go to, cancel it again. We go to test to column. So now, we want the delimited is basically what separates them. What is separating our data here in this column? So when we click next, I already have this in. Let me uncheck it. It will ask you, okay, the names or the words, basically the words you want to separate. What is between them? Is it a tab? Is it a semicolon? Is it a comma? Or is it a space? So the SL know that, okay, I want to separate these things that are in the same column into different columns.
Oh God. Wait.
Now, so now what we do, since we don't have the underscore here that's separating them, you can go to others. Let's say yours is separated by end. You can put it there, which is the sign. But mine here is separated by underscore. And as soon as I put it, Excel is smart enough to know that, okay, I want to separate these into 2 different columns. It just separated for me. Let me go back. If I put the underscore there, okay, it just separated into 2 columns right away. If I click next, now it's asking me, where do I want to pull the first separated word, which is the first name in this case. Okay, I have a spot for it. It says destination. So if I click here, I can put the destination here. So now, as soon as I put that, I can go back. If I click finish, boom, it just separated my first and last name. Was that clear enough this time?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Now, what else can we do? I'm looking at this data here. If you guys pay attention to this column, you'll see that, well, the shoes, it says casual shoes, and the shoes, S is capital, H is capital, O, it just don't look proper. So what we can do is insert, right click, inserts, you just insert another row for us. Okay, we can just name it the same thing, product. We have a formula in Excel that will clean the format of the text for us. So the formula that we're going to use is called proper. If you click proper in Excel, it will ask you, okay, what is the text that you want to be in a proper format, meaning professional format? Nobody goes and writes, all this are out of place. It's supposed to be all capitalized, non-capitalized, or only the first letters are capitalized. We all know what professional text format look like. So if you put proper and I click this, I want that to be proper. Let's put enter. What just happened here? If you pay attention, it just cleaned up the format for us. Instead of magenta and the TA is capitalized, everything is out of place. You see that this is more professional. We want the data to be clean enough. This is not in order. Who writes Japan like this? JAP is capitalized and AAN is not. So that's what we're trying to fix. And I'll repeat it one more time. We have a formula in Excel that will fix the format for you. You put equal, proper, and you just click the text that you want and you click enter. It cleans it up right away. And you can come down here. there's an error here. Or okay, when you come to the cell, right bottom corner, you double click it. What happened? It just cleaned everything from this cell onto this cell. And now I can drop this cell if I like, because this one is not professional enough to give to your boss. This one, on the other hand, everything is clear. If you pay attention, Air Max here, air is kind of proper, but mass, what is this? So Excel cleans everything up for us. Japan shirts, what is this nonsense here? It says shirts and RT is capitalized? No. So now with one formula called proper, we can clean that up. Okay, if we want, we can come here and just delete. Oh no, let's do Control Z. We can delete. Oh nah, it's because the formula is related to this, so it doesn't. It would delete my other one.
Please,
Yes.
is G3 part of the formula?
No, G3 is not part of the formula. G3 is the column. That
G3
is,
Okay.
this is column, this is G, and then the column is 3. I mean, the number is 3. Look at the 3 here.
G.
Okay.
This is what we want to clean.
Okay.
So after that, okay, I can even insert another one, just because this one.
Hello.
Hello.
Yeah.
Just a quick one. During the formula, when you are inputting the column like G3, you can't put the whole of the columns in. You have to only do for the first line and drag it rather. Because I was trying to put the whole of the column in, it didn't work.
Yeah, if you look at what he did there, he put in the first distance and now dragged it down. So whatever you do, if you in an Excel, whatever you do on the first column and drag it down, it takes care of the rest of your data. So you can, if you have your laptop there, just put in there, then do it the way he has done it. Then just drag it down, go there, drag it down, and it will correct every other thing on the other column.
Yeah, sure.
What was his question?
Yeah,
My question was, if you can just during the when you are inputting like G3, you can just put maybe G3 to G10 straight up in the first formula for it to create the first 10 for you, rather than only G3, then you would have to drag it.
All right, let's put what you're saying into practice real quick. I can do Control Z. Control Z. Okay. Product is already there. I'm trying to delete my products. I don't know why the thing is moving. Here. Okay, I can delete it. Just delete this. Let's create another column called products. Now, he's saying that why didn't I pull proper and just drag everything? Is that correct?
No. Like G3, then column 1 to 10, so that you now solve everything on your own, rather than solving only one and dragging.
Column 1 to 10. Is that correct?
Yeah, that's.
Enter.
It is also, it's also another way.
It is also another way, but what my reason for that being is, like I mentioned earlier, we deal with. I wish I could show you guys the data that I was dealing with last time. Excel couldn't even think. Excel was crashing. Why? Because we have hundreds of thousands of data. So the one I was personally dealing with, it has 200K rows, like these ones that we have 1, 2, until they have 200,000. We can't do that. It's a long process. And then instead of highlighting everything, that would take you forever to go all the way to the bottom, because we want to clean the whole column, if that is correct. So if I click Control Z, what you are saying, in fact, you are correct 100%. If I put proper, and then instead of doing 1 and I want to do 10, like you mentioned, this is 10 column. That's correct. It will clean all the 10 for me. Yes, but we have 100K. We're not gonna drag it until 100K row. That will be forever. So what we do instead is, okay, what will make your life easier? Let's just put proper, and then we just clean one column. After we clean one column, instead of doing that, we just double click the bottom here and it just clean everything all the way down. So it comes in very,
Okay.
yes, when we have thousands of rows, which is what you will be dealing with in real life. This is an example table. What I've dealt with, sometimes me myself, I feel out of place because, okay, first of all, the machine can't handle it. And it's just a lot of work. But what we've done here, we have cleaned the columns. If you guys pay attention here, I don't know if I want to call it this. Let's see. Control Shift down. Okay. As you guys can see here, we have cleaned this column. You will see that this one says shoes, capitalized all over the place. This is clean. What else have we done? Control Shift down. Nope. Let's just do. These are the things that we have modified so far.
We want to beautify it.
No, we already done it.
Okay.
Yeah, this we got these from Contact. They're separated, and we just separate these two with a formula. And this one now, we just clean it with a formula also. So now, next thing I want to do is trim the data. What do I mean by that? Let me pull location underscore clean. Or yeah, clean. Okay. What do I mean by clean? If you click in these columns, or if you just pay attention to the columns, what is going on here? You will see that London, UK is in the middle. This one is on to the side. This one is tabbed out. This one is in the middle. The spacing is not clean enough. We need everything to be in order. So now we have a formula here. We can do trim. We can do trim in Excel. And what just happened? It removed the space. Okay, if I double click on the bottom again, what happened is every space that's all over the place is now looking great. That's just called trim. It trims the space around. You will see that even Japan here has, I don't know, about 4 space between Tokyo and Japan. Here, it cleans it up, make it look nice. Now, the reason I'm highlighting these is, okay, really, after we clean it up, we drop the ones that don't matter to us. But I have a clean version of another data set that we'll use to get insights from. This one, I just want to show the process we go through while cleaning the data, while prepping for, okay, the real thing we want to do. Those are a couple things we do. You might ask, what is this? This is very important, but I'll go into it more when we're using the coding language, because customer ID, what it really is, it's a unique identifier. Yes, we all know what ID stands for, but the reason why this comes in very handy is, let's say, there's a quick formula I wanted to. If you go anywhere in the US today, you're gonna use Excel, let's say in your work day-to-day life. The interview question that will come up is, how well do you know Excel? They will ask you, do you know VLOOKUP? Or do you know index match? Do you know pivot tables? Stanley mentioned those earlier. So Stanley, I'm keeping my word. So we'll build some.
I know pivot tables. I know.
Pivot tables are crucial.
Yeah.
If you don't know pivot table, you don't know VLOOKUPs, you don't know index match, well, you might as well claim you don't know Excel. You have seen the logo before, but
yeah,
I don't know what you have done with it personally, but those are critical. Even me, when I started my internship, they asked me, how well do you know Excel? And I told them, well, 8 out of 10. The guy look at me and say, okay, do you know VLOOKUP? I say, of course. He said pivot table. I say, of course. And he pulled something else. He said index match. And I'm like, whoa, what is index match? So now, great. You learn every day. So now what I did was I went back, do research. What is index match? I'll show you guys VLOOKUPs. I'll show you guys index match, and I'll show you guys pivot table. What we use it for, why is it so important? All right. Without wasting time, let's see. Let's do VLOOKUP first. What is VLOOKUP? VLOOKUP basically means vertical lookup. What does that mean? We have verticals and we have horizontal. Horizontal is HLOOKUP. VLOOKUP is vertical. VLOOKUP is what they use most of the time. We want to find a specific item in a table. So VLOOKUP is basically like a filter or a search engine. Yes, a search engine in Excel. If I put equals VLOOKUP, it comes right up. Okay, it will ask me down here, what is the lookup value? Okay, let me just delete everything. Let's say, I want this 30 right here. Okay, let me just put 30. Let's see if this won't work. And so I put this in dollars. I don't know if you guys remember. It's still holding that filter. Let me see. 30. Okay. We have 30 here. Now, let's say I'm looking for this 30 here. But, or we should do ID. I think ID is more unique. 30, we have a bunch of 30s here. Let's do IDs. Okay. Let's say I'm looking for 1322, which is here. 1322 is here. And the reason why I'm using ID is because it's unique. And then, or maybe we could have used contact too. But okay, let's jump in. If I'm looking for that, it's vertical. I put VLOOKUP. VLOOKUP. Now it's asking me what value am I looking for? The lookup value. So here I'm looking for this. Okay. Now, if I pull comma, it's saying where is the table array? Okay, I can come here and say Control Shift down. That is what I'm looking for. Now, it's asking me okay, let's see. It's saying okay. Let's say the index. Okay, come here. Let's see. Do one more. Nope. Okay, now it's asking, do you want the true value or the approximate? We always choose true because that's just what we always have done. Let me see. Table array. I don't know if it's because this is not, I didn't turn it into a table. Let's see. Nike. Bear with me here, trying to see the lookup value. Do we have Nike in here? Yes. Okay. Let's see. Nike is in. Let's put true. Supposed to give a value as here. Let's try. Okay. Let's try the index match now, and then we'll go back to the lookup value, the VLOOKUP. I'm trying to see something here. If it's me or is my Excel. Okay. Let's say we want to find this same ID, but instead of VLOOKUP is actually outdated. The reason why index match came up in the first place. Index match, what index match does is, okay, if you put index, it's asking, okay, what are you trying to return? What value do you really want to return? Why using something? Okay, let's say I want to return the price. what I would do is just highlight everything from the price. Now, I'll pull match. If I pull match, it will say, okay, what do you want to match? Okay. This is covering my column here. Oh my God. Okay, let's say I want to match Nike. It's gonna ask me, okay, where is Nike located? Well, Nike is located under brands. After that, it's gonna ask me, do you want the exact answer? Hold on. It's gonna ask, do you want the exact answer less than or greater than or exact match? Okay, if we put exact match, that is 0 for shortcut. Yes. Okay, what just happened? Let me see. Nike here. If you look at the row, let me highlight the row. Nike's price is what? 122.79. Yes, and that's what we got here. Okay, what is index match? Index, you're telling Excel that, okay, what I'm actually looking for is the price. But the price of what? That's where match comes in. I want you to match this name brand, name Nike, in this column and return the exact value. That is literally index match. So I'll redo it real quick. You put equal. Okay, let's just try Puma. Let's try Puma. Puma is right here, row 18. Let's see if we can return this amount. The reason being index match is very, very crucial is you can go up, right, left, center, wherever you want to go. That's why we're leaving VLOOKUPs and HLOOKUP in the past, because index match combine both of them. Instead of doing HLOOKUP, which is only horizontal, and VLOOKUP only vertical, we do index match, and you can navigate anywhere you want to go in the table. And it can be millions of rows. As long as you tell it, okay, I'm looking for Nike's price, this, it will pull it right out for you. So we'll try it one more time. Instead of Nike, we'll put Puma. Okay, if I put Puma here, Puma, that is what I'm looking for. Okay, I'll go to the column. Okay, I want to know what Puma's price is. Okay, I'll come here and put equal index. If I put index, it will ask me, okay, where is the value that you want to return is located? Great. It's under price. Control Shift down. I highlight the whole thing. Comma. Instead of finishing index, I will not use index alone. Index match is a combo. Match, I'll put match. As soon as I put match, match is asking me, okay, what value are you looking for? Okay, I said Puma. I want to find Puma. It's asking me, where is Puma located? Okay, Puma is located under brands. Control Shift. Okay, let me just highlight the whole thing because we have empty cells and then it's not highlighting the whole thing. Another reason why we clean the data, because you have a time of your life not having it clean beforehand. Okay, after that, we match that and we want the exact value from the Puma column. We can close the parentheses if you like. If you don't close it, you click enter. It will say, do you want me to close it? Fine. You close it. Okay, where is Puma located? Puma is here, 18th row. What just happened? It returned the price.
Wow.
It returned the price. So
Yeah.
that is the best skill you can learn as of today, as far as I'm concerned, in Excel.
Yeah. Seriously.
If you combine index and match, you can navigate throughout the table however you like, and you will find exactly the value you're looking for. Okay, let's see if we want to try it for, instead of returning price, we want to return, let's say we want to return location. Let's try that. Let's use Puma, for example, again. Let's pull. I'm just doing it a lot of times so you have a grip. Even if you're going to watch the video, you understand it partially. If you put index, Excel pull it right out. Okay. The index, what do you want from this? Okay. I want location from this whole conversation. I want you to show me location. Okay. I highlight the whole location. Okay. It says fine. Now, let's combine it with match. What do we want to match? I want to match Puma, the brand. Good. Now, where is Puma located? Puma is located on the brand. Good. Let's highlight the brands. Go find me Puma. And I want to know where Puma is located. Okay. Now, I want the exact match. Let's close parentheses. Let's do enter. Oh, it says Puma is located in Paris. Okay, let's fact check that. Is that true? How true is that? Okay, we click this, but voila. It's in Paris. So we use this for quick checks. Let's say somebody sends you a data. They say, okay, this data is clean, blah, blah, blah. This should be this. Okay, you can check things real quick to make sure everything is on point. One thing also we check for before we move into visualizations or analysis, we check for duplicates. I'll just brush over that a little, just real quick. Let's say, okay, I don't know if these are gonna bother me, but let me just highlight the whole thing. Okay, highlight the whole thing. The shortcut for that is Control-Shift-Down. While holding both, you click right and just highlight the whole table. Let's say I want to turn it into a table. I'll do Control-T. Now, where is the data located for your table? I already highlighted, so it showed me that. Now, it says, does my table has headers? Of course, it has customer ID. Those are my headers. I checked it, and I said, okay. Oh, voila, it turned it into a table. Okay. Now, why do we turn data into a table before we do anything? The reason why, this is just the cleaning part. After I clean everything, I make it look nice, I have to turn it into a table. Okay, there's more ways to go about it instead of using the shortcuts. Let me see, Control-Z goes back, cancel everything. Let's say I want to turn this into a table and I don't know the shortcuts. That's fine. I can go to, let's see, data. I've used the shortcuts so much. I forgot how to manually find table. Okay, I think it should be under, okay, table right here. Insert a table. Okay. Oh, okay. You don't have to know shortcuts. You can navigate Excel until you find what you're looking for, which is going to take more time. I can do Control-Z. Okay, if you go under insert, you can insert a table. Instead of when you highlight the thing, you could Control-T, which will ask you the same question, and you turn it into a table. So those are just shortcuts we use that makes your life very easy. Okay, why do we turn data into a table, you may ask? Okay, for example, let's see, we want to know who has the highest price, right? Okay, we can pull descending. Let's see what happened. No, that's the opposite way. We can put ascending. Okay, what happened? Okay, it turned them into, yeah, it turned them to, you can turn them to big, from big to small. Let me see. You can color them. Let's say you want to know how many people, okay, or how many brands are bringing in, or the price is less than $100,000, for example. Okay, I can come here and just uncheck everything that's not, you'll see that it's reacting with my table. Everything that's not what I'm looking for, everything under 100,000, that's what I'm looking for. Okay. That is possible only because I've turned it into a table. Okay, if I do Control-Z, it'll pull everything back. Okay, let me just select everything back. My table is back. So when you turn it into a table, what it does is it gives you options. You can do various things. You can say, okay, sort these names from A to Z for me. Or I want to know which company is doing the best on the market. You can find that. And that's the reason why we are the ones that answer every question that they may have in a business that have some relation to data. Because if you have a question, okay, I want to know in US specifically, because here we have UK, we have Germany, we have France. You want to find out in US, okay, which brand is doing the best? Okay, I can go in that data, filter it. There's another Google great tool I want to share. It's called filter. Okay, if we go to, okay, all right. If we come here, we can go to data and we'll see filter here. What it does is it removes the filter from the table. Or there's very advanced ones, you can customize your own stuff. But why we remove filters? Okay, sometimes it can bother a lot, and as soon as sometimes you create a table, and if it don't come with the filters automatically, you may be using an older version of Excel. That is one thing we have to keep in mind also. Excel have various versions. They're updating it every day. So if you're using a very old version, there's some certain things people will be doing and you can't do it. And you have to understand that, okay, there's different versions of Excel, but so far, so now, things that I'm covering, everybody should be able to do it because Excel is a great tool. Excel, I go as far as Excel is a programming tool because Excel is scary what Excel can do. It's very scary. Since we have a lot of things to cover. My initial time, I have passed a long time ago. Let's forget about that. But I have a hard stop because I have an appointment. But what we will do now is we will continue. People that have question about cleaning, this data here is not clean at all. What I want to do is I was going to go here, turn this into a percentage, make this into dollars because it's price, it's money. Change it into dollars. I already trimmed this, the spacing are clean. I already changed this, the formatting are clean. I spaced out these into 2 separate columns. And the last thing I wanted to do also was to change the brand names. You will see, okay, this one say Nike Incorporation, this one say Nike alone, this one say Nike UK. There's a way to clean that up. We can change that. Let me see if I can do that real quick. If I come here and I pull equal unique, if I pull unique and then I highlight this column, okay, I highlight the whole column and I click enter. Okay, what is going on here? That did not like that. Yeah. Let's see, unique, equal unique. Nike. It says Nike Inc. Okay. If I click this, let me see, not that. Control H. What I just did was Control H. Okay. Let's say, find me Nike Incorporation with the dot. You can't forget the dot. That's one thing we pay attention to when coding. Everything matters. The case, the capital, the dots, everything. You must put everything. Let's say we want to change Nike Incorporations into sample Nike and replace. Okay. Replace all. Okay. You see that what just happened? It changed it. And if we go back to our column here, there's no more Nike Incorporation. Everything Nike Incorporation will change into Nike. Okay, the last thing we have here is it has Nike UK. We don't want
Nike
that.
UK.
Yeah, we want Nike to be Nike. If you come to Nike here, okay, we can do Control H. Control H, ask you, what do you want to replace? Okay, I don't like Nike UK. I want to replace all of them to Nike alone. Okay, fine. I close this. Let's go to our brands. Oh, something happened. There's no Nike Incorporation. There's no Nike UK. Why? Because if you give this to your boss and they want to find, okay, Nike because how will we have Nike and have UK by the name if we already have location? we want everything to be formatted in a way that when you go here, you know what I'm doing here is legit. The cleaner the data is, the more efficient your work will look, the better you will be at what you're doing. So what I just did was I changed all the Nike, because Nike is Nike. We don't care if you're located in UK, US, or Africa. We don't care. Nike is Nike. So we changed all Nike related to our table into simple Nike by doing Control H, and it will ask you, okay, what are you looking for? What do you want to replace it with? You click OK, it will replace everything in the table. So that is also one thing. Yeah, I think after that, my data will look a little bit more humane, more useful, because here we don't need to change anything. Here we separated the first name and the last name into 2 separate columns. Here we will change the names to be consistent. If you say Nike, you say Nike. Reason being is I'll show you guys by building a small dashboard. You'll see why that will come in hand. When we put a filter on a dashboard and you click a state, you don't want the state to say, okay, Nike UK, Nike. No. Nike is selling this much in the US. Nike is selling this much in Africa. That's it. That's what we're interested in. Here, what we did to this column was we changed the formatting. The formula is still here. We put proper as a formula, and proper will just change the case. That's some of them are capital, some of them are, it's not looking good. So we change it. Here, we use the formula called trim. It trimmed the spaces around the words, because some data comes in like this, because people that enter data, they're on a fast timing, and most of the time they just give us a lot of tedious work to do, and we have to find a way to do that fast and efficient, because we don't have all day. Here you can see that there's 3 space between Germany and Berlin, and we changed that by just simple formula. And here I show you guys how to change this into currency. Click this, it will give you dollar, but that specific column is not supposed to be in dollar. My column that's supposed to be in dollar don't want to cooperate, so I'll leave it alone.
Except with that price, up there in the price, you have to put the dollar sign there.
Yes, that's
yeah. Maybe you can try putting the dollar sign on that price.
Yes, because I was practicing with this, so I don't know what I pulled. Excel is very complicated sometimes, because there's something I think I've done that's giving me that hard time, because I can even go as far as Excel is so crazy, right? I can give you this sheet and I'll pull password on it. Yeah, I can lock it down and you can't do certain things. Let's say I'm an intern at a company and they give me an Excel file that's very sensitive and they don't want me to change things in it. My boss will go and put password and protect the sheet, do all sort of things, and I'll give you the same thing. You can't do anything with it because it's protected unless you copy, you take a picture and you type it in yourself. And I think I've done some, I don't know what I've been clicking, but if you want to change any column to price, you click the column, you go to home. That's why I'm showing it with this column. I know price is supposed to be in dollar. When I do it there, I do not know what is going on, but it's fine. We know how to do it. That's the most important. This is a practice data. I'm not showing this anywhere. So those are the cleaning. Okay, now.
So quick question, please.
Okay, yes.
Okay. Yeah. First question is, after cleaning the data, what do we do with the raw files? Are we going to delete the columns that we cleaned? I mean the original columns, so that the table or the sheet will look more understandable. And second one is what?
Yeah, go ahead.
Can you hear me? Yes. Okay. And second one is when though we didn't try that vertical lookup, but I want to also know the actual difference between the vertical lookup and index match.
Yes. Okay. Index match. How do I put this?
I would say that the vertical lookup only considers the vertical section of the table, while the index match just look up anywhere and figure out what you're looking at.
Yes.
That was my thinking, but I want to make sure that I got it right.
Yes, you got it right. We have
Okay.
H lookup. It even gets better, right? We have one more that a lot of people don't
Okay.
have. Even me, I don't have it. It's called X lookup. We have, can you see my screen here? You can see my screen, right? I can't hear anything.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can. Yeah, we can see your screen.
Okay. We have V lookup. We have H lookup. We have index match. We have the latest one. It's called X lookup. I don't have it. It comes with update, and Excel in the US, we have to pay for it, and then it's a lot of work. I use it at work because those people, they have so much money. It's a big corporation. They have those in deck. You can use it all day you like. X lookup, from my understanding, is X lookup is an alternative for V lookup and H lookup combined. I've seen a couple videos about it on YouTube, and then that also is a great way to learn. By the way, YouTube, we use YouTube a lot. It will give you everything you need. Index match. Instead of vertical lookup and horizontal lookup, index match just flow through your table. Anything you're looking for, it will give it to you. So that's the difference between VLOOKUP and then index match. X lookup, I can't tell you much. I haven't used it personally, but I know that X lookup is the combination of VLOOKUP and H lookup. Is the latest, the most updated version of the lookups as far as I'm concerned. Is that anything close to your answer?
Yeah. So back to the first one. What would we do with the tables that we've cleaned? I mean the raw file before we now transfer to the new
Yeah. What I wanted to show you is okay, what I will do is I'll come here, right click, and just, where's my duplicates? Okay, let me see. And somebody see duplicate here.
maybe
No.
you didn't click on the right column.
Yeah, it's supposed to give me.
I think where we get that duplicate is from is this a sheet that will actually clean?
I wanted to duplicate, but if you don't want to duplicate, you can just click new sheet. But what we will do is Excel is smart enough, right? Let's say I want equal proper this. I'll come back here. Click out. It's supposed to give me the value. Excel can do formulas across sheets, right? So instead of you cleaning the data the way I did it, you can do it in two separate sheets. Or as soon as you're done with the one that you clean, you click delete and you click the non-valuable ones, and then your data will be clean. Or you can do what else you can do? Okay, let's say I want to insert. Control shift down. Next. Destination. Yeah. Did you see what I done?
Yeah. So you got that means after doing it, you can just go back and
yeah,
and delete it, and then delete the column.
This area is still confusing me. This particular thing you just did, like, still confusing me.
Oh yeah, it looks complicated. Let me go through it one more time and just it can be overwhelming. So what I'm doing here is I'm highlighting my whole column. that I'm going to be working with. I want to separate the first name from the last name because they did not separate it well. It doesn't look good enough. So what I'm doing here is under data tab, every Excel comes, I mean, when you open it, it stays on the home page. You go to data tab, and you click text to column. Did you see that? Did you follow that step?
Yeah.
Okay, now it's asking what is my name that I want to separate? It's separated by. So you click instead of me clicking this, I already done this. Let me uncheck it. So now some names can be separated by semicolon, commas, space, and others. Mine in this case is separated by underscore. So I'll go to other and put underscore there. I don't know. Are you paying attention? As soon as I put underscore, it separate the name into two. Under. Do you see it?
Yeah.
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 So as soon as it does that, I just say, okay, that's what I want. And where do you want, it will ask you where do you want to paste it? Destination here. Okay. My destination, I want it to be next to it. And if I click enter and finish, it will just separate first name from last name.
Wait.
And then you go back and clean and delete this.
And you can just
column.
click this column here and just click delete. And then now, instead of contact, you have first name, which is more. Now, due to my time here, well,
Okay, I got it. Thank you.
Yes, like I was saying, I have a lot of things planned, but I have a hard stop at 1 o'clock, which is less than 30 minutes. But anybody that have questions, you all have my LinkedIn or ask Stanley. Stanley will get to me. I'll go right ahead and then start with the next thing I wanted to show, which is Coca-Cola data. Yes, exciting. Okay, the reason why I picked this is just to showcase this is just bunch of rows that we deal with. All right. This look a little bit more realistic. All right. Let's see the columns here. This says key American Coca-Cola retailers. All right, this is real data. The retailers, we have retailer ID, we have invoice date, we have regions, we have states, and that's in terms of US states where they're located. You will see that when I scroll down, it turns from New York to Texas to Houston. I'm just giving an overview of the data here so we can have an understanding what we're dealing with. We have the beverages brand that are under Coca-Cola, of course. These are all Coca-Cola's brand. For people that don't know, Coca-Cola own a lot of things. They're not just Coca-Cola. They own Diet Coke, they own Sprite, they own Fanta. They big company. All right, the unit price. How much are we selling it for? Okay, units sold by region, by state. How much are they selling in those specific area? Okay, the total sale. We have operating profit. We have operating margin. Okay, now what I want to show here is let's say we are past the data cleaning. You will see that this is presentable. Everything is consistent. There's no funny spacing. There's no, but data don't come this clean. That's why we went through the cleaning first, and then we'll analyze what the cleaning is supposed to look like. Okay, first thing I'll do is did somebody say anything? Okay,
No,
first thing,
go ahead.
yeah, first thing I'll do with this clean data now is make sure it's in a table. It looks nice, but is it in the table? All right, we'll find out. Control Shift down, Control Shift right. It highlights all my columns in a sheet. I'm just scrolling up just to show that it's highlighting everything. Okay, if I do Control T, it will ask me, do you want to turn this into a table? And does it include header? Yes. You check it. It has headers, region, state. Yes. Okay. If I click OK now, what happened? I change it to a table. Just like I showed earlier. I can, if I don't like blue, if I don't like whatever, I can change my table format if I like. Okay. The blue look good. Not bad. Now this is in a table, is more efficient. This then we can use. If I do Control Shift down, Control Shift. No. Go back up. Okay. I click this. Now do Control Shift down. It highlights my whole table. Control Shift where you want to go, and then you just highlight everything. You can highlight it, but it's tedious. You can have thousands of rows. You don't want to stand on it, and you say, "Oops, I let the clicker go." I have to go back up. It's not good. So it's the best practice to use Control Shift, and you just do it more efficiently. Okay, now the exciting part, Stanley. This is for you. We'll create a pivot table. All right. What we will do is click Insert. You'll see here we have two options. It has recommended pivot tables, and we have our own pivot table. Okay. Excel is smart enough. Let's say we want to trust Excel. Let's say, what are your recommendations, Excel? Well, it's saying I can create a pivot table for you by region, which is Midwest, Northwest, blah, blah, blah. If you want, I will insert it. I say, well, no, I don't like that. I can do Control Z. I don't like your pivot table. I can go back. My table is highlighted. I can go to Insert, and I will create my own pivot table. Okay, it says what is your range? Your range, I already highlighted, so I selected it. Okay, it said, do you want the pivot table in a new worksheet? The sheets are the bottom here, or do you want it in an existing sheet that you already have? I say I want it in a new sheet, just to make it clear. Okay, now it automatically created a new sheet for me. Why do we use pivot tables? Pivot tables are like calculators on steroids. Why? Because I don't have to go there and put equals total or equals sum of this. I can just drag and drop, and it will do all that for me. Okay, let's say the first pivot table I want to create is by states. Okay. Okay, let's not put it in filter. Let's say, okay, these are by states. These are the states that we have. Okay, I want to know by states. I want to know the total sale they made. Okay, I'll drag the sale into values. What just happened here? Pivot tables are amazing. By states in the US, it was telling me the total sale every state made. And this is amazing because this will take time to go through that sheet and do plus on the paper. Try to find by state, each state, how much are they selling? That's a lot of work. Pivot tables, no more issue. Okay, that is not bad. That is great. Good. Let's see. We know what they're selling by states. Okay, but I'm not satisfied. I want to create a new one again. I want to insert a pivot table again. And it's asking me, do you want it in a new worksheet or an existing? Okay, I want it in an existing worksheet. Okay, when I click here, and I just click OK. I want all my pivot table to be on one sheet. So I click existing sheet. Okay. I want to know by the beverage brand. Is it Coca-Cola? Is it Fanta? Is it what is it? I want to know. I want to know their total sale also, so we can compare them. Which one is doing better? Okay. When we look here, Sprite has some great number. Coca-Cola has some great number, but it looks like Big Boy Wata here is doing some amazing numbers also. So by brand, we know now the total sale of 2021, which is the data. How much are they selling? Okay, that's great enough, but I'm not satisfied. I want another pivot table. They have other questions. Okay, fine. I'll go and then go to my data, insert a pivot table. I want it in an existing worksheet. Okay, I'll say put it next to this guy. No, put it next to this guy for me. All right. For my next pivot table, what do I want? All right. I want units sold, right? All right. That is the sum of the units sold. Oh no, unit price. Okay. I want the units sold also. That's great. But what do I want it by? I don't want it by state. I already have some states here. I don't want it by label, but I want it this time by, let's see, Cities are too much. It's too long. Let's not do CT. If you don't want anything, you just, okay, let me show it again. If you don't want something, you drop it here and you say, well, I don't like that anymore. You can drag it and act like you're going to drop it here and it just vanish. Great. Now, I want it by region. In each region, right, of the US, what is going on with these cells, unit cells? Okay, it's showing me what is going on. Well, I said, great, no problem. Now, we have 3 pivot table here. We can do more. Like I said, when it comes to analysis, you can put your own twist to it because you can be creative. But one thing you have to watch out for is what you're presenting has a story to back it up and is accurate. Sometimes it's not going to be as accurate as you want it because there's going to be empty cells, empty rows, and you have to come up with some stuff yourself sometimes on the spot, because just because of that, you would just say in the office and say, well, I'm not going to do anything because Coca-Cola doesn't have their email listed and then the column is blank. Well, why don't you create something? And you have to come up with an insight. They're not going to now go back to each region and say, well, who collected this data? And I need to know whose email is supposed to be here and they didn't put it. We don't have that time. So that is why we go through the cleaning. That goes through the cleaning process also. You can come up with like things you want to insert there, but we have better softwares that we're going to go over in a minute, which are the coding language and then the visualization platform. It asks you if you want the empty columns or not. You can check it off and it will give you accurate insights. Okay, now I'm getting off track here. Let's say let's say I want to do something. Okay, if I click, why is my voice is sounding is that okay?
Oh, your voice cracks, but I think it's okay now.
It's okay now.
Yeah.
All right, sounds good. Okay. Let's say, okay, this is our data we're building the pivot table on, and this is we have 3 different pivot table. We can build 50 if we like. Well, okay. From this pivot table, okay, I want to do something interesting. If I click my pivot table, I don't think I need to highlight it even. If I click my pivot table and I go to data, is it data? Okay, here. It says pivot chart. All right. There's 2 things you must be careful of. You can insert regular charts. It will build you nice dashboard, but it will not be interactive, which is what every data analyst is going towards. I can build charts that, okay, in this region here, in Nigeria, this is how much Coca-Cola we sold this year. But what if the guy wants to change the region and then the charts updates itself? All right, we can build that with pivot charts. Okay, this is not bad. This is just showing me Coca-Cola is doing better than every other brand they have with the numbers. Okay, that's great. That's not bad. I can come here and clean up the charts. Let me see if I can bring this into my, I want to bring this into my dashboard. Control Z. All right. Let me see if I copy this. Control C to copy. Control V to paste. Control C is copy. Control V to paste. Okay. Not bad, not bad. What do I want to do with this? Well, I don't like the formatting it came with. All right. No problem. Now, I can change everything about this chart. I can click on field. Hold on. This will bring me back to my old pivot table that I was working with. I can close this. I can close this. Okay, now I want to change the formatting of this chart here. So, okay, when I come here, first, I want to do something before I change the formatting. Okay, let's move this around. To make your dashboard look good, what we do, a great hack we do here is let me insert a shape. You go to insert tab and you insert a shape. All right, the ship is not bad. The ship is not bad. If I insert a ship here, it's for a reason. It makes your charts 10 times better. Okay, now if I double click on the ship, I can format it also. I want it to be gradient. All right. Here, let's see. You can change your coloring, your, let me see. Oh, it says test. All right, this is what I want. Okay. I am looking for where I can change this. All right, here's where I can change it. If I double click this, right, I want to change this color. I can change the color. Let's say, okay. I don't like that. Let's say we want purple or we want gradient, right? This is the most we use because it just give you a chart. It takes your chart to another level. Now you can see that it's making the blue somehow. It's gradient it. We all know if you have edited a picture before, you know what I'm doing here. It's just to make it a little nice. And after that, what we can do is, okay, now we can drag out.
The color won't allow this chart to reflect very well.
Yes.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking also.
Okay,
because the chart itself is like blue also. So if you take the
I think we should use orange or purple.
Yes, if you can use orange background, because if you take this this chart, this graph to this place, you'll not be able to see it again.
Yeah. I see where you guys are coming from. Okay.
Yeah.
That
So
is
if we
correct.
can change the background to
I think we should click on the
yeah. No,
what I want to do, let's yeah. Instead of changing the background blue, right? Because you guys are worried about the bar being blue also. We can also change our own chart. Let me show you what I mean. Instead of the bar being blue, I can come here and be like, okay.
Wow.
So now the blue is going with my band and with the theme that I have going on, but the charts up. Do you see what I'm going for here? Yes. Okay. Instead of that, I can come here and say, why is this white? I don't want it to be white. I'll come here and I'll just drop the background. And the borders, I can come here and I drop the border also. And if I click out of it, the chart is looking already something better than we had. We can.
What about the right top?
The right top here.
Yeah, no, the right top, the figures.
The right tops. Okay, yes.
Yeah.
You can change those also. We can come to, let me see. Reset. All right. Let me click these
numbers.
No. So you guys see how I'm just going around. You play around with it. You come up with what you actually like, and you can change everything about your chart. But the most important thing I want to show now is how we make the charts talk to each other and their dynamic. All right. Due to my time, I will not make it look the prettiest. Stanley has seen some of my work. But if you take your time, you build your own charts. You say, okay, when the bar chart is going up, I want it to be gradient. I want it, okay, when people are spending more money or we lose money, we want it to be red. The charts itself will be red. We want this one to be green. When the profit is positive, we can change all that in the dashboards. But that's why data analysts and us, we have a job, because we take our,
Hello.
we build it into what is.
Hello.
Hello?
Yes, please, I have a question.
Go ahead.
I can see that on the row we have row labels. So
Okay.
because of the row labels, we don't have a title on our bar chart. I can see that it's written total, but how am I able to differentiate between a pivot table of this brand against this brand? Because I don't see any title on the bar chart. It's not described.
Okay, that is a good question, but it's, if you're building your charts, you can see here that, okay, Coca-Cola and this is from this pivot chart, this is from this, these are by region, and this is by state. But that's a great question. That's why I'm saying, if we have time, this will not look like this. We can say, okay, we can change the title. We can change the title to anything you like. Anything you like, you can change the title to it, and it will tell you, or the reader, whoever you're giving the final work to, that, okay, this table is total sales by brand. Okay, we can name our chart that. You can name it that, total sale by brand. Let's see. Yellow is crazy. I am not going to lie. Orange. Okay, let's just pull white, because why not? It will pop, and we can change. Of course, these are in Microsoft Word, and everybody understand how these work. So this is your title issue has been fixed. You can do whatever you like if you take time to build your dashboard. And even these lines, right? Even these lines, I can remove it. I can say, okay, I don't want these lines. It's clouding up my space, or whatever you want. And these charts, it takes time to bring to life what your vision is and what color schemes you want to use. One great thing too is, if each chart is used for a specific reason. Few ones I want to go over as if you want to build charts, right? If your dimension, which is, let me go to my pivot table. Let's say this one say Coca-Cola, blah, 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 blah. If this one is more than 5, right? What you're measuring the thing by, which is your dimension. If this is more than 5, a pie chart is not recommended. Why? Because a pie chart, if anything is even more than 3 or 4, it's not recommended, because you just have a bunch of slices like pizza, different colors. It don't make sense. We want to show clear difference. So if somebody see it, they're like, okay, this is leading in this region. This is leading here. If you have a bunch of slides, let's say I want to create, for example, let's say I want to create a pivot chart. Where's my pivot chart even? Insert, go to pivot chart. Look at this. Okay, this is not bad, but I want to see if I can come up with the pie chart, which is tedious, which is dumb, which is, look at this.
Oh,
what is this?
Pizza.
Oh, that's too
Yeah.
clumsy.
Who are you
This is
going
pizza.
to give this to? Who are you going to give this to? And what does it mean? I should
It's
go.
so clumsy.
I should go and go find Alabama as orange. So, quick rules: we don't use pie chart if it's a lot of slides. No. Another one is you must be careful with the maps. Maps can be tricky. I want to create one to give you a good understanding here. Let's go here. Instead of that, let me insert
Maps.
favorite chart. Okay, let me see if I can change charts. Okay. Change chart to map. All right. Excel is acting stupid, like expected. Let's just highlight this. Control Shift. Instead of this, it's not gonna work because it's a pivot table. I don't know why Excel is racist. If you use a pivot table you want to build map, it will not take it. So what we do is we copy and paste the value. Okay, I'll copy this and just let me just go to my dashboard for a quick second. And let me say I want to paste it here. Normally, there's no numbers here in our dashboard. We don't like that. This is supposed to be clean. This is our final report. We make it dynamic, and there's no numbers to scare people off in other departments. So, let's say I want to insert a map. What is it? So, okay. You can't create this chart.
This type of data.
Okay.
Inside the pivot
This is what pivot table does. It doesn't work well with maps. That's why I was trying to cover it a little bit, but I've figured out to build it before. I don't know why it's giving me a hard time now, but let's see. I don't know, go somewhere. Let's come here. Okay. Copy our states by cells. We come here. Did I even copy it? Okay, to copy, we use Control C, shortcut, Control C, and to paste it, we use Control V. All right, with this, let me see if I can enter a map now. Okay, the map is here, it's loading.
And we can also represent this in a graph form, right?
In a graph form, what does that mean exactly?
You mean like representing these figures, the states and the figures in a graph form?
Yes, we can use graphs, but what kind of graph exactly? Because yeah, go ahead.
Okay, maybe just normal familiar graph, SYZ graph, just showing the rising and the falling of the sales, like what we have there in the chart, like this chart you're showing now.
Yes, we can do that. Yes, you can do that, but depending on, well, what we do on a day-to-day is we build interactive dashboards, which is what I'm trying to show here. But what you're saying, yes, you can build that. Short answer, yes. But we have various ways you can prove your point better. Okay. Time is gone here, but let's see if I can do something real quick. All right. Here, the dashboard here is supposed to be interactive, but it's not going to be. Why? Because we didn't build the chart, the map right directly on the pivot table. We did not, because we copy pasted and the pivot table won't work. So what we can do to bypass that, and we can go here and say, okay, now I want to select separate data that will work with this. All right, no problem. Now we'll come here and now select from the pivot table. Can't even see the highlight, but let's try it. Okay, what is that? What that does is, let me show you guys real quick. Let's go to insert. My favorite thing to use nowadays is called, let's see, data. Okay. All right, it's called a slicer. What is a slicer? Let me click states. What is a slicer? All right, a slicer is what we use to filter our data. Let's say I give this to my boss and he wants to know, okay, your dashboard look good. It means that our cells, the darker the color, the more cells we have, the lighter. Okay, that makes sense. Everybody can get that. California is doing great. We have Miami here doing amazing. Texas, relatively good. The middle here, I don't know. Maybe they don't like Coca-Cola, but we don't know that. Maybe it's our marketing. Maybe something is not going right. Okay, if the boss come here and click Alabama, let's see what happens. You'll see that this chart changes. If you click this, it'll show you exactly what's going on in each state. Normally, this guy is supposed to change too. Let me see if I can fix that real quick. Select data. I don't know why it's not selecting this. Oh shit. Okay, let me just cancel it. Let's see if I do it here, it will be more linear. If I come here, I can cancel. Let's see if I come here, I can select my data. It'll ask me what data am I selecting. No problem. I want to select this. Okay, now it's working. You have to bear with Excel sometimes. It's very, can make you mad. If I select this data, what I've just done is, instead of this copy here is not interactive, and this one we have formula on this pivot table, and it will work because let me go here. If the work on our dashboard. Still not working on the other side. Let me come here and see. Let's insert. Let's insert a slicer. A slicer is what we use to filter data. Okay, I want to do it by state. Let me see. Alabama. Yeah, this map is loaded. So what I'm trying to get to here is the reason why we don't use Excel for dashboards is because it does stupid things like this. Let me show you what we actually use to build visualization. Any question here before I close this? I'm not going to save it because all this thing, if I have time, I can rebuild them in a second. But normally everything is supposed to be interactive. Let's say I build, where's my pivot tables? They are all right here, okay. Let's say I come here and I insert pivot chart. Instead of that chart, I don't want that chart. I can change the chart to, I like, I'm busy, please come back. Give me a second. I can change the chart to, sometimes Excel itself will not let you because it know that the chart that you're picking is not interactive. Let's say you want to do cell by brand and you pick map. How can you do that? It doesn't have a state. Give me a second. All right. Yeah, like I said, my time is up, but let's cover this thing a little quick. If I copy this pie chart and I paste it here, let's see. This is a time one. We have a slicer and we have a time, what is that thing called again? A timeline, yes. So if you want to know in February or in 1993, what was the sale of Coca-Cola in the US, specifically in California? Data analysts can pull that out for you. So after we build this, you can click February, what was the sale? You will see that the dashboard is reacting accordingly. And also the one on top is reacting accordingly. We give this to the boss and it's easier for him to interpret the data that we have worked on. We cleaned it and built this little application for them. Normally this map is supposed to be reacting, but that's one reason why we don't build this stuff in Excel, but it's great to have an understanding that Excel is in fact capable of doing everything a data analyst does, but it's definitely not efficient. All right, I'll close this here. I'm not going to save it. All right, the visualization I want to use. All right, first I want to go over something called ETL. What is an ETL? Sometimes we don't have all the data at hand, so we'll either go buy it from a third party or we'll extract it from the internet, which is what I did. Let's say we have World Cup data. We can come here, and if you go here, you can see they have World Cup data here in a table. Can everybody hear me fine?
Yes.
Yes, go ahead.
Oh yeah. So ETL is basically we're scraping data from a website to Excel or in our data warehouse that you want to play with. So ETL stands for extract, transform, and load before we start working. What is a ERD? I want to also touch up on this. A ERD is a entity relation, ERD, entity relation diagram. Okay, I want to show this because in the coding language, there's something going in the background. Every table is connected. So we connect those tables by coding the SQL language. And I'll tell SQL that, okay, select control header and then connect it with this table. So we use something called primary key and foreign keys. What is a primary key? A primary key is what I was referring to in my first Excel sheet. That is very important, but we will not use it here. This is a primary key of this table because it's a unique identifier. The primary key is the only thing that can connect a different table to a different table. So if this primary key, the exact primary key is in a different table, we call it a foreign key. So we connect those two keys together, which is the exact thing. But this, let's say that table has customers information and this table has sales information. What may they have in common? Customer and then sales table. Customer and sales table. What can they have in table? Let's see, order ID. They must place an order, right? The order ID must be unique. So the order ID is only for you. So if the order ID is in a customer table and is in a sales table, why don't we connect those and we can pull information across both tables at once? So that's what we do, and that's what ERD is. The more terms that we use, everything that's under this is called an attribute, and the attribute is under an entity. We call tables technically entities, and we connect them together. So this is the back end of the language that we use. This is the language actually, SQL. Let me open it and see what I can show here. All right. Let's. I've created some table. Okay, let's go to table and click employees. Okay, in my employee table, what do we have here? We have Lisa, blah, 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 and their salaries. That's great. And what just happened? It coded something for me. I clicked it manually, but it coded for me. Okay. Let's say I don't want everything from the table. This is the table. I only want the name from this table. All right. I'll go here and say, instead of selecting everything, select name from this table. Is it giving me red already? So the interesting thing about it is sometimes you sit here and your code will not run. Well, you will see that what just happened is instead of the whole table, it selected only the name. If I go back, if you want to select everything in SQL, it's just stars. The star, you put star, select everything from my table. And if I run it here, this is the run. If I run it select everything. But let's say I don't want everything. Just like the column we were dealing with the previous the columns we were dealing with, like the Coca-Colas and everything. Let's say you don't want to know what region is from. I just want to know the name brand that's winning. I'll say, okay, select salary. salary from employees table. And if I run it, it will only show me salary and I can make it big. Okay, let's say select salary from this table, the table name, where salary is better than, what's the numbers we have here? 45,000, blah, blah, blah. Let's say it's more than 50,000. 50,000. Oh, okay. So this is the only salary that's more than 50,000 in this company. But let's say, why would we select salary? We want the name of the person that's making more than 50,000 in the company. So if I run it, it'll give me the name. Maria Rodriguez is the only one that's making about 50,000. I'm just trying to give a brief overview of like how we can pull information from, like, you can give me 1 million row of data. If I go in there, I'll tell, as long as I can connect it to my coding language here, I can pull everything.
So if we have much data, can we select two things, maybe the names and the salary, so that so it can appear only the two of them?
Yes, that's correct.
Plus, are you the plus?
No, it's a comma.
Okay, comma, okay.
And this, okay, I want to show everybody one website that I want to show everybody one website that will really help you if you want to learn SQL. SQL, you can't claim you are a data analyst without knowing SQL. So it's better to, if you want to do anything with data in a bigger manner, you need SQL. But the only reason why we learn Excel and we're very proficient in it is just because people are still old school, and then everybody's not going to learn SQL. Also, if I'm done with this and I want to extract this data, I must export it into Excel and just share it with everybody else. That will be very great. Let's see. Yeah, the website I want to share with everybody is this. It's called where did my website go? Yeah, here. It's called W3 School. All right. What this website does is it will take you anywhere from beginning to being comfortable with any coding language you want to learn. As me as a data analyst, I only need SQL and then a little bit of Python. But Python, I have a class on it next semester coming up. But Python, when it comes to data, we only use Python in pandas. What is pandas? It's a library in Python. So Python is a big language. People code websites, application in Google App Store or Google Store, Google Play, whatever. You can code those things, but us as data, we don't use it for that. We use it to get insights from it, to get more efficient, to do regressions on it, to do aggregations. We can do aggregations in SQL. So SQL is really what we need as data analysts, but Python, if you bring it, is just, you're undeniably good. So now, SQL, this is what I want to cover. If you go to W3 School, it's free. It's a free tool. You just go to this website here. It's called w2schools.com. If you want to learn SQL, it takes you step by step, everything you need to know about SQL. See, now it's selecting column 1, column 2 from the table name. Simple, you can pull that off, and it gets advanced, and you can take quizzes and prove yourself. Me, I've gone through those, and then the latest one I've done is this one. This is the course I took on LinkedIn. You pay for it. Well, I didn't pay for it. You can do free trial, and then with the timely manner, if you get it done fast, you don't have to pay for it. You cancel it before they charge you, and that's fine. You can do that. Yeah, so briefly, let me show you the visualization platforms. The ones that I know is Power BI. All right. What is Power BI? This is what it looks like. This is the logo. Power BI is made by Microsoft, and you guys can even see what it does. beautiful. This is the type of dashboards I was building. So here, when we build it in Power BI and other tools, as soon as I click on this state. No. As soon as I click on the state, it should react dynamically. What that state, the bar chart should react. Everything should be like, okay, if you click this state, this is what's going on. If you click this state, this is the amount of cells. It reacts. So that's what we want. And Power BI is really a great tool. I've used it a couple times. That's one visualization tool we use. The next one we use is called Tableau. It's actually the number one in the leading market. It's as you guys can see, it does almost the same thing. Tableau, I've had a class on it. It's great. See, it builds map, and these is probably like the amount of sales they're doing, or the offices, whatever. If I take time, I will understand exactly what that person is building. It should be straightforward. Here, you can tell that the guy has customers. God. Oh, it's the actual video. So quick, for my internship at my company, what we're using that I had to learn, it's Click. So this one, it does the same thing also, but this is what I'm using for my current work. Let me see if I can pull it up here. Click. So Click is free, technically, but the advanced version is not free. Tableau is free also, but the advanced version is not. They're very expensive tools, by the way. Power BI, I think, is like $300 to get it. So this one, let's say I want to create dashboard. I can just create a new analytics apps. Let's say Eric create it. But this is online. I'm supposed to be using it like on a desktop. That's just better. Okay, I can click here. Let's say the data that I want to import is the Excel data that we used earlier. Oh no, this is not my data. Okay. If I don't have the data here, I can upload it from my computer. And then let's just say upload data. Oh, okay. Okay, if I click upload, it will ask me, where's your data located? Okay, so my computer, clean Excel file, dashboard, let's click that. It will automatically upload my data. Once you click, it will tell you, okay, do you want all the columns like this, or do you want to change the name? You can transform here, you can do whatever you like. If you want to drop a column, I can uncheck it. If I uncheck this one, it's not going to show up there. If I click and I click next, it will load my data. So after we clean and do all that, the question that we're answering, because most of the time our job is to answer people's question, clients or whoever. So now we can just create sheets. You can duplicate these sheets, or you can create as much as you like. So those sheets are what we build on. Just like Excel, we all know how Excel, we have in Excel, I was showing, we have the sheet here. You have the sheets. My voice is sounding like.
I think you're echoing.
Yeah, Stanley, what's going on now?
You right?
Yeah, so these are the visualization. This is very close to what we do. If I click dimension, I say, okay, I want to measure by date, or it will just drop it into a table. You can click a pie chart. You can click anything you like, really. I want the sum of something. It will create this. This is tedious, but these are more high quality, more efficient, and all of them will be interactive. And that's why we use visualization platform. So I'm gonna leave here, but I want to just cap on what we have done. We didn't have much time, but I hope somebody learned something new from it. I am not a doctor by any means, but what I know, I've shared it. Definitely not all. That's not all. There's a lot of things we do, but to cap everything, we talked about me. My LinkedIn should be talked about Excel. We clean data. We use the most important things you need to know in Excel. I'll cover some of them. VLOOKUP, HLOOKUP, XLOOKUP, and we have index match, which is the master of all. And after we clean the data, we went into SQL, what the code looked like. Now, after that, Click is the visualization platform. And I think that was like very basic of data analysis. But what I want to say is, if you want to know more about it, shoot me a test on LinkedIn and say, okay, I want you to cover this, or help me. Where can I go to find more deep understanding about this specific topic? Because we clean data, we make it look nice, we answer the question they're asking with the SQL or even in Excel, and now we upload it to our data visualization platform, and we get insights from it. We make it easy, visually pleasing to everybody else in the company, or the CEO that may want to know, okay, based on data, past data, what's the best item we can sell? You can answer that question by using data. So we're all about data. And yeah, this I'll stop here for today. Any question? My DMs are open. I would say thank you guys very much for introducing yourself. That was very kind. I have an idea of the people I'm dealing with. And if anybody has questions, please reach out to me, and I'll share everything I know about because our job is included by public speaking also, because public speaking, if the big mans are sitting, you must explain what you have built. What is it?
Yeah.
What does it do? So public speaking is heavy also in it. All that to say that there's various aspects of things, and if any specific topic interests you, is Excel, the coding language, or the visualization, reach out, and I'm open to help as much as I can. Thank you guys very much.
Yeah, thank you so much. Thank you so much. Eric, you have really, I never, data is a serious thing, and it's something that you give it time. I know that last semester I did a data analysis course, and it wasn't easy. One thing I know about data is that it comes in different forms, and it comes in any area you are studying. Because from our introduction, we knew that some people are from management, some people are from sciences and all that. So whichever part you are, you cannot run away from data. I thought I ran away from data when I went and chose public administration, only for me to meet the kind of data that I did, even this semester, even this summer that I'm currently doing now. I'm doing a summer course currently, and the course is budgeting analysis in a public service. That's a course title. And there I met a different form of handling data on spreadsheet. And it's not easy. The assignments are so tedious. And these are the kind of things, what Eric taught you guys today is part of the things.
Quickly.
Yeah.
I don't want to be rude, but I'll join on my phone. I don't know if you guys can see me. I'll join on my phone. I'll be heading somewhere, and I'll be listening, but I'll close my screen here.
Okay. Yeah. It's okay. You can join on your screen. Probably if anybody has any question, you can ask. But if there are further questions, I think probably I have shared your LinkedIn profile, and then other social media platforms. They can contact you from there. He's there. You can also, because I know that when I was doing project management, there were some places I had issues, and then I had to contact some of the ambassadors online, and then we scheduled private meeting where he shared his screen, and I shared my screen, and we were able to solve things out. So data is not something you can learn in a day. Like in fact, the time we have, we can't even finish. We can't even the kind of time we can't exhaust what we have in data. Data is a whole lot of things, and that's why that area is a place that is currently selling in the labor market. So, and some of these things that Eric taught us today is the kind of assignments we do here in school. Like they will just give you data and say, give you questions. Go and analyze the data, describe this data based on city, describe this based on state, describe it based on the unit price, all those things. So at the end of the day, you are presenting something on a dashboard. After doing it in an Excel sheet, you now present it on a dashboard. You build a dashboard. Mostly what we used to do our own last semester was pivot table. That's why I'm a little bit conversant with pivot table. I think there is another course that I'm going to do next semester. We're going to involve with this dashboard thing. So no matter where you are, that's why I brought this thing to be part of this our training. No matter the area you are, you're going to meet this data, and whether you like it or not, you will definitely meet data. So I would also advise you guys to look at some videos on YouTube, because they help a lot. Most of the assignments I have done so far, the lecturer cannot even cover everything in class. What we have in class is just 2 to 3 hours, and most times you can't cover. So most times when they give us assignments, what we do is we play the video. As we are playing the video, so that's why I'm recording this. That's why we recorded this thing. We're going to publish it out soon. So when we publish it, you can go back because you have the video already downloaded in your phone. So you can always switch. If the video is passing, you switch it back and listen to it again. So that's how I did most of my assignments. I used to download those videos. When it is playing, my laptop, I will share my laptop because I have like two. I make use of like 2 or 3 screens in my house. So I'll just share the assignment on my laptop and then share the screen on another screen. While it is playing there, I am looking at the screen and then I'm doing it in my laptop. That is how we learn here. In fact, there is nobody here that learns with just one laptop or one screen. We learn with like 2 or 3 screens. We play the video on while it is playing on the video on the screen. You are also doing it, looking at the screen, and then you're doing it. So that's how we teach ourselves. So I'm teaching you guys this way. You can also learn a lot of things about this data, because data is where the market is heading to right now. So thank you so much, Eric. Thank you. I don't know, is there any of the scholars on ground that has one thing or the other to add? Otherwise, we wrap it up here and call on Emmanuel Anyoha. Is it Emmanuel or somebody? Yeah, Emmanuel, to give a vote of thanks. Emmanuel, give a vote of thanks so that we can wrap it up here, because I think we've really, today I planned 2 hours. I even have something. I think, okay, I don't know. Do we have questions on the chat box? I'm going through the let the data be sent later. Yeah, okay. So some of all these things, I'm gonna meet with Rick after now. Most of the things he has done, even this, in fact, all these examples he used to do here, I will meet with him. He will send it to me. Then I will provide them in the WhatsApp group chat. I'll provide them in the WhatsApp group chat. You can download it in your laptop. Then this video is going to be published within the week. You can also go back to this video. While we did this is for you to be here live and see how it was done. Then with the live session, you can replay the video anytime and learn. Because one of the reasons we are doing this is, currently, some of you are about to take project management, data analysis, and you're going to meet some of these things on the way. So having the basics, because in that project management, in that Google program, they will just teach you the same way they taught you here. That's what you're going to meet there. So, but the practical aspect is the other aspects which you need to do on your own. So that's why we have this video. You can possibly consult this video. Can possibly consult other videos online. So thank you so much. Thank you everyone for your participation. Emmanuel, can you give us a vote of thanks? Okay. Okay. Nobody. Okay. All right. I think Emmanuel is not on board. So, yeah. Thank you, everyone. Thank you for your participation. Thank you, Eric, for bringing out your time to do this. Eric really has program today, and I forced him. It was like force. I begged him, please, just try and be here. And that's why you see him leaving now with, although he's still on the program, but he's now on with, he has now logged in with his phone. So thank you so much. You have really done well. You have really impacted on this, on us. Me, myself, I even learned something new because my current place of internship, this is something that I'm handling. I'm working in the village, in the mayor's office, the mayor of one of the local governments here in the United States. So I'm going to be handling, what I do is I handle the data and then present it on a table. I'm more conversant with pivot table. I do a lot of things with pivot table, and then I also present it in a graphical form. So, but from what Eric taught me now, I just learned that I can still do it in another way. So thank you so much for your class. Thank you so much for everything you've done. And I wish you guys good luck. Next week is another week. We are gonna have good luck. Speak to us on how to write statement. I know a lot of people have been asking me about that one. Statement of purpose. Yes, because statement of purpose is something that you cannot do without. It's something that whatever you are, whether you are applying for masters, undergraduate, PhD, statement of purpose is what you need. And very soon semesters are going to start. I mean, applications will start soon. So you need to learn how to write statement of purpose. So this person is going to handle it next week. So I don't know the time yet. Within the week, I'll discuss with him, and whatever be the time, we're going to publish it on. But like I told you guys, our time is always between 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 p.m. Nigerian time. So anything you are planning from now till that next 2 weeks, we're going to end this program. Just know that this time, it can come any of this time. So just block those periods for yourself. It's your self-development. It's for yourself. It's for you. Please, by God's grace, most of us have crossed this stage. We are moving to another stage, but we really want you guys to come up to our level and also even teach others. So, student of purpose is for next week. And then I also want to remind you guys, today is the final day for submission of Google Scholarship program. They are gonna, by Monday, they will release result of those whom they have chosen. I wish you guys good luck, and I pray that they will at least choose most of you that have applied. And then one more thing before I leave. I have read some statement of purpose of some of you, and I observed that some of you are trying to maneuver the statement of purpose, I mean, the essays with AI. Please be careful how you use AI to write statement of purpose. Be careful how you use the AI. I know when I read a statement of purpose written by AI, I will know that it was written with statement of purpose with an AI. So, and that is if I can know, they will also know. So be careful how you make use of AI to write statement of purpose. You don't use AI to write statement of purpose. You write your statement of purpose from yourself. Then you try to use some correcting tools, some of these like Grammarly, to correct some of the things you are writing. Then AI can possibly give you suggestions of, you can possibly take it to AI, but you don't have to use what AI has given you. Rather, it is you that will feed AI what he should give you. I don't know if you get my point. So please be careful how you use AI so that you don't end up, because AI gives you a lot of things. AI gives you more of a generic thing. That's what AI gives you. AI can never give you a specific statement of purpose because AI doesn't know what you have done. So when we talk of SOPs, what you have done. So how will AI know what you have done? So you end up submitting a generic thing. So please, let's be careful of what we do. And I continue to pray that God will help you guys, all you do. Thank you so much for your participation. And I wish you all good luck and see you again next weekend. Thank you.